Welcome to another edition of Toonami Pre-Flight. I'm Gil Austin.
I'm Jason DeMarco.
And today we're going to talk Sailor Moon, the OG Sailor Moon. We're going to talk some of our favorite badass women.
Why are you talking like the audiences are deaf?
Because this mic is weird. It's too far away.
Our
and I gotta,
favorite, is that where you're hunched over?
Yeah, because it's like...
You can't hear.
Okay, here we go. This is better now.
Sit up. There you go. Quit slouching, Austin.
Yes, Dad.
Did you slouch in class?
Always.
Yeah.
No one ever told me not to slouch.
You were an effing slouch, man.
You're literally slouching right now.
I know. Well, I'm huge. I have to slouch down to even get... Otherwise, I'm this tall. This is if
I could be
sit
that
up straight.
tall.
The mic would have to be up here.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I'm tall.
Other people use these mics, so I have to slouch. I'm so massive.
I just choose to.
I think we've got off track, and it's my fault. So today we're going to talk about Sailor Moon. So let's start with Sailor Moon.
We didn't tell everything else.
People will figure it out. The legendary anime, probably one of the 5 best-known anime internationally. Maybe not in Japan even. I mean, it was huge in Japan, but it's more known for how well it resonated around the world, really.
Yeah, you can always find Sailor Moon
any country you want.
Literally anywhere you go.
And even today, kids that grew up back then, or even kids that didn't grow up back then, like, it just has an amazing continuing resonance. Even it's almost more the outfits and the team aspect and the empowerment than the actual knowing of the plot lines and stuff that seems to resonate. But you still see any kind of convention you go to, you still see people dressed up like Sailor Moon or
we're going to be dressing up as Sailor Moon for this year's San Diego Comic-Con.
No, that would be bad. That's like that King of the Hill. We should have pulled up that King of the Hill dressed as all the Sailor Stars. So it is it's based on a manga that came out in 91, and I actually am surprised. I thought it was older than that, but
yes, I was. I didn't remember what the year was for the manga, but when I was looking it up for this, I was also surprised because it was like manga anime. Yeah,
I mean, it got turned into an anime very quickly, and evidently everybody must have kind of kept their shit together because the production timelines didn't really slip, and the anime followed the manga very closely, and it would be like 1 month the manga would come out, and the next month the anime would be dealing with that storyline, so they must have just sort of really kept it together more than most
when there's no filler
anime productions. Yeah, no filler, so clearly instant classic. And it went for 157 some odd episodes.
I think it's slightly closer to 200, but not.
And so it aired in the U.S. It actually aired in Canada first, and then it aired on the USA Network, which I remember seeing it in 96 and 97. And then I believe we asked our programming department, hey, can you see if Sailor Moon's lying around?
Yeah, I don't remember if we knew it was gone from USA.
I didn't know. I mean,
or I don't remember what the lead up to it was.
I'm pretty sure we asked about it.
It was our trying to go out and get it.
Yeah.
Like our impetus.
And so we got Sailor Moon, and it did quite well for us. And then it did so well, we got the quote-unquote lost episodes, which were really the episodes that they didn't air in the U.S. previously for various reasons. Sailor Moon is about a young girl who basically gets gifted these magical powers by her cat, and it turns out they are the reincarnation of alien beings who are there to protect the world from their reincarnation of evil beings. So it's like a totally weird nonsense story, but it's a great...
But who doesn't want to get bestowed magical powers by their cat?
It's a great
bit by a spider. It's everyone's dream.
It's a great combination of a magical girl show and a sort of Power Rangers Sentai show. So there's the team aspect, but there's the girl power aspect. And for whatever reason, this show, of all the female-led action shows, resonated with the widest audience, even to this day, really. Certainly of any Toonami show. It just seems like something about it uniquely appealed to both boys and girls in a way that meant it could have good ratings, even though it was a girl-focused show.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a good job of balancing that it is... The stories are sort of universal, and it's not strictly girls or boys that I think everybody can identify with the team, and it wasn't as... Even though they're all relatively young. It's not as kiddie as some of the other magical girl shows.
So let's show. So we ran all the series, we ran the extra episodes, and then we ran all the movies. So we pretty much showed the entire beginning show. So let's look at a couple of our promos from back in the day. Let's do Sailor Moon R, the movie, and check that out.
The human race will be sucked dry and become extinct.
Not if I can help it! Fight to die! We're surrounded!
Our world is in peril. The Cassenian blossom is alive to sow the seeds of hatred and bring forth the fruit of evil.
I can't fight it! It's draining us!
Now, Serena will feel the sting of betrayal.
Your history, Sailor Moon. Hand over your magic wand, or lose your pals.
And her best friends become her worst enemies.
Fiori, no!
When evil blossoms, the Sailor Scouts are here to get to the root of the problem.
Think you can do it? Do it!
Sailor Moon R, the movie, next Friday at 5.
The future of our planet depends on you, Scouts.
Every rose has its thorn. Only Toonami.
I feel it.
So, back when we were having a lot of fun, I think. A little Peter Cullen style. And then let's also check out our promo for Sailor Moon Super S.
Every night around the world, the children sleep, unaware of danger lurking in the shadows. But this night, a strange tune floats on the wind, and the children, one by one, begin to disappear.
I wonder where she could be going.
They are taken to a land of sweet memories and used to power an evil that feeds on their dreams.
My wonderful black dream hole is consuming dream energy from children.
Now, it's up to Sailor Moon and the Sailor Soldiers to put an end to this nightmare. This time, they're gonna need
Sailor Uranus!
a little help.
Sailor Neptune!
Sailor Moon Super S, next Friday at 5:30. Dream on.
The children!
Only Toonami.
So yeah, we had a blast working with Sailor Moon. Like everyone, I remember everyone at Toonami liking it.
Yeah. And always had good sound bites for criminal threat spots and other.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a 90s dub, but it was a good 90s dub, I think. I mean, it was of a piece with other dubs at that time, but I still liked all the cast and main voices. And when I rewatch it nowadays, if I were to like rewatch the whole thing, I would do so, I think, with the dub, just because I enjoy the goofy quality of
It's what you grew up with.
Pretty much. But I mean, so the other little side story, so there's a new Sailor Moon, and people seem to have mixed emotions about it. I haven't watched it, but I've heard from some people that it's not that great, and some people that liked it. But we tried to get it.
Pretty close.
Pretty hard. We came close to getting it, and maybe we dodged a bullet. I don't know, but we almost got it. But old Netflix came in and threw a giant bag of cash, and that was that. And so now they have it and do not promote it or talk about it ever. So of course, questionable whether that was good for Sailor Moon or not. But if the show wasn't that great, maybe it was good.
Maybe good for us.
Yeah. So we did try to get it, though, for Toonami fans who are wondering, because it just seemed to make sense. And, I would like to get more female-led anime on Toonami. We certainly have plenty of strong female characters, but not sort of shows about female characters, other than, like, I think Kill la Kill and, Michiko and Hachin were, like, the last two noteworthy ones.
Yeah.
But that's something we're sensible of and always on the lookout for. And Sailor Moon, sort of notable, we showed the highly edited version of Sailor Moon. So the magical transformations, there's some nudity, there's lesbian relationships.
Sailor Scouts instead of Sailor Soldiers, which seems like such a pointless edit to make. But
Can't say soldiers. And that was the version that made it across North America. And a lot of those edits were mandated by the Canadian broadcaster who first showed it. and then everybody else was like, yeah, we'll take that show, it's ready to go, you know, and like it wasn't really an era where people were concerned with unedited anime. But Sailor Moon has influenced so many anime since it came out, and I mean, I think you could easily call it one of the most 5 influential anime in the world in terms of shows that have come out of it because of or been inspired by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and turning fans on to anime in general.
Yeah, and I'm glad Toonami had a chance to show it. I don't know that we would ever show it again, but I like it.
Yeah.
So that seemed like a good sort of show to segue then into our subject of the week, which is who's your favorite, not what's your favorite, badass female character. Now, to be clear, most of the answers we got from Toonami fans and Adult Swim fans were all anime, which is understandable since that's mostly what we talk about. But Gil and I did not say anime character.
Gotcha.
Because we wanted to talk about whatever we wanted. So you will find us talking about both anime characters and non-anime characters. So
bit of both.
Just know you could have made that. You could have picked that too, but you didn't. You limited yourselves, and I don't blame you. But just know there are no limits when
we're not cheating.
When we ask these questions, you can just let your brain go wild.
Unless it's a very specific question, then rein it in.
Then don't let it go wild. They'll go less wild. So I'll start. And for me, of course, I couldn't really. There are so many different characters I could have chosen from a Miyazaki movie because almost every single one has a strong female protagonist. But for me, there's still no better Miyazaki badass than San from Princess Mononoke. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
She rides a giant wolf. She at one point cleans its wounds by sucking poison out of its wound and spitting out the blood. I
would do that for you.
She's a total badass. She's utterly committed to her cause, almost a fanatic, really. And Ashitaka, the other character, is the person who has to help her sort of. He
find her humanity.
Yeah, exactly, because she's basically gone wild with her anger and fury at what the humans are doing to the forest. So, also, because unfortunately Disney owns the rights to Miyazaki movies in the U.S., again, they've scrubbed the internet entirely of any scenes from these movies. So I couldn't find a good example of her being a badass. I would just say watch the whole movie. So we're just going to show our...
Exhibit A, the movie.
So we're just going to show our Toonami promo, which I like, but actually doesn't focus as much on San as it does on the conflict, around, like the overall conflict. But just know she's a total badass. So check out this promo.
Long ago, the land lay covered in forests.
This place is magical.
Back then, gods and demons walked among us, and man and beast lived in harmony. But now mankind's greed and hatred have angered the spirits of the forest.
It's some kind of demon.
Once benevolent gods have become wrathful and destructive. Prince Ashitaka has been driven from his home by this evil.
He's obviously an outsider.
Now he must slow this hatred while battling the demon within.
It's eating me alive, and very soon now it will kill me.
The only ones who can help him are 2 women sworn to kill each other.
That woman is evil. Open fire.
What I want is for the humans of the forest to live in peace.
Princess Mononoke, Saturday night at 7:30.
This is unbelievable.
Part of a month of Miyazaki. See with eyes unclouded by hate. Only Toonami on Cartoon Network.
I pulled this from YouTube, and one of the top comments was somebody who's like, he was like, see with eyes unclouded by hate, really taken way out of context, bro. Like, that was his line. I was like, shut the fuck up. YouTube comments are where sanity goes to die. Right after Facebook comments, sanity tumbles through Facebook comments where it begins to die, and then it finally dies a horrible death in YouTube comment sections. Just a little factoid.
It's good to know.
Quit slouching.
I'm not slouching.
I'm just yelling at you because I can. There you go. Much better. Look. See? Now you look almost as tall as me. You look like a skinnier version. Redheaded version. So my next choice is... What?
Nothing.
Better version? Keep telling yourself that. My next choice is a very popular female badass, and that is Ellen Ripley. Kind of hard to mess with Ellen Ripley from Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection.
Do you have a favorite iteration?
I still like the original Ellen Ripley from Alien. I think she truly comes into her badassery in Aliens, but in Alien, I like that she starts off as sort of a nondescript, like,
Woman.
warrant officer, just another member of the crew, and basically you end up discovering that she's actually got her shit together more than anybody else on the crew as they start freaking out and getting picked off and everything else. She's the person that sort of rises to the occasion.
She started out a hero and became something more.
But I think that I like that better because she's more human. And then in Aliens, and certainly after Aliens, she becomes more of like an archetype.
Yeah.
In Aliens, she's basically going there, and obviously a lot of the movie Aliens is about her dealing with the trauma of what happened to her in Alien, and then coming into her own as meeting the trauma head on, and then not only being able to deal with it, but surpassing it by being a total avenging angel, basically, is where she ends up, just laying waste to an entire colony of aliens. So clearly she's more of a badass in Aliens. So that's why I decided to pick a scene from Aliens. And again, Aliens is another movie that appears to have fairly tightly controlled clip usage on YouTube. So this is a clip of her, and I just really like how subtle it is. It's her in the elevator because she got away. She's got Bishop. They're calling the dropship, so she knows she can leave, but she decides to go back down after Newt, the little girl who has been taken by the aliens. And she's like, I don't care if I leave. I want to get this girl out. So she loads up on weapons and heads down in the elevator. And I just like the way this is really just the scene of her composing herself and getting her shit together before she steps off the elevator and goes to destroy the alien queen. And it's just a good sort of centering moment. So check out Ripley on the elevator.
Attention, emergency. All personnel must evacuate immediately. You now have 15 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. All personnel must evacuate immediately. You now have 14 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Ready to kick ass. I like that she just tapes two guns together. Yeah. I need a gun. No, I need a flamethrower. No, I need a grenade launcher.
What do you think? Over under on the number of times you've seen Aliens. If the line is 100, are you more than 100 times?
No, less than 100. Probably 50 times, maybe.
Yeah. I would think somewhere in 50 to 75. That movie was on HBO every 15 minutes in the late 80s.
The only movie I've seen more than 100 times are Star Wars movies and Indiana Jones movies, probably.
Crystal Skull, particularly.
Yeah, definitely my favorite.
Big Crystal Skull fan.
And then for my final badass female lady character in cinema in this one again is, of course, Pam Grier as Coffee. Pam Grier, you kind of could have picked any Pam Grier role because Pam Grier is a badass as a human being in real life. And part of the way she became so was by playing so many badasses. But so this is 1973 blaxploitation film directed by the great Jack Hill, who also directed her in Foxy Brown, which I could have just as easily chosen Foxy Brown.
You want a deep cut.
But I like Coffee because it's got some totally ruthless shit in it. So Coffee is a nurse whose sister is a hooker and is murdered by, I guess, a cabal of asshole crime lord dudes. And she decides to go undercover as a hooker and basically one by one kill them all. And it is just, I mean, Coffee just doesn't take any shit. She is a total badass. She may be the most badass character. So just to give you a little taste, this is how Coffee chooses to kill one of the guys. And it is some rugged shit, so be ready.
Oh, I looked at him, and he said, "That's all I got."
Those boys should have been back by now. Wonder if something might have gone wrong.
I think I hear him coming now.
Sounds like he's really moving.
Shit. Come on now. Look, I ain't gonna shoot you.
Please, don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'll pay you anything. $1 million. Whatever you want.
Okay, $1 million. You got a deal. I won't kill you. It's your friend Brunswick I want anyway. Where is he?
He left. He went to his house at the beach.
Yeah, I know the place. Thanks. That's a present for my little sister and a nice cop named Carter.
So I like that she's like, I like that she thanks him before she blasts him. But if you're going to go to an enemy's encampment, that's a good way. Just ram your car right into the building.
Man, and then...
Yeah, just ram your car into the building, pop out of the car, and waste the first guy you see with a shotgun, and then brutally murder the final guy.
I like it.
Coffee rules. So those are 3 of my favorite badass female characters.
Nice.
Sachi.
You got to let it go at some point.
No, not this broadcast.
First up for me is the character
like your
of
normal speaking voice.
I didn't interrupt you.
I'm sorry.
Sarah Connor from specifically from Terminator 2 in her most badass portion. Not the new Terminator movie, but it's again late 80s. This movie was on all the time. This was the first Laserdisc my dad ever bought, which I thought was an odd choice for him, but we watched it a bunch.
Does he not normally like action movies?
Well, he does, but it just seemed at the time I was like, really, this is the movie you want to see the most in Laserdisc? But
I mean, it's the one you want to see in high quality because it's a big budget, action effect. It makes sense to me.
And then Apocalypse Now was right after that. It seemed like maybe reverse those. But anyway, what's up, Dad? Shout out. So this
What's up,
is...
Dad? Your taste in movie Laserdisc sucks.
No, I mean, I liked it. Like I was 12 or 14 or whatever. It was great. It just seemed like an odd choice at the time. This scene is the opening portion when you see her in Terminator 2, which is her escape from the mental institution. This is just a little portion of it, but you can sort of get a feel for how badass she is.
Right about every 24, increase the medication to 250 milligrams.
Same time?
my arm.
There are 215 bones in the human body. That's one. Now don't move.
What are you going to do?
So we got to clip a little bit there, but other than not getting the correct number of human bones in a human body,
well, how many bones are in the human body?
206.
Sorry, I'm not a doctor or a person
Reader
fighting
of
a Terminator.
information.
Yeah, that's information everybody reads about all the time.
Well, it's common knowledge.
You've been to too many trivia nights, Gil.
Took science in school. That was
that's what it is.
Science is
It's high school science. Keep going.
But puts the Drano in his neck, walks out.
She kills him?
No, she walks out with the syringe and she says, like, she has him open the door.
Yeah.
And they're like, now we can talk about this. And it's like, I think if you've already smashed the big guy and tranked his butt and then you have Drano in the main psychiatrist's neck, reason is probably not the way to negotiate with Sarah Connor, but
she's pretty dope.
But is a badass. Second for me is from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Olivier Armstrong, who is a member of the Armstrong family. So the clip that we have is her fight with her brother over who's going to run the Armstrong family. So let's check it out and we can talk a little bit more about Olivier.
Father, I demand you retire.
Oh, Olivier, it's been years since we've last seen one another, and that's all you have to say to me?
I'll head the family from now on. You should spend your final doddering, frail years in comfort.
Thank you for your concern, but I'd plan to make Alex my successor.
You mean that sniveling jellyfish? Leave the family affairs to me. Why not take a long vacation in a foreign land? Alex is the head. Would you truly be able to relax leaving things to him?
Olivier, I didn't know you had planned to visit. Oh, Alex, perfect timing. Oh? Engage your sister in combat. Huh? The victor shall earn my title as head of the family. Do you find this acceptable, Olivier?
Yes. I'd have it no other way.
Olivier insists that I retire and take a sojourn in a foreign land. She what? How can you treat father with such insolence? For shame. You've given me no choice! Understand, sister. I intend to use every ounce of my body and soul to fight you.
Don't patronize me, Alex. Your bloated muscles are worthless without a spine.
Shall we prepare for a respite?
Yes.
Get over here! Oh, no! So, which exotic locale might you suggest?
Well, I'm intrigued to see what Xing is like. I've heard that they have tantalizing cuisine there.
Then Xing it is. Fine with you, Catherine?
Sure, sounds exciting.
Enough! Please! Mercy!
No take-backs, Alex!
Are you trying to kill me?
What tipped you off, moron?
Try to hang in there, Alex! What sort of souvenirs should we bring back for them?
Statues seem the most fitting. Large and solid statues.
Well, in that case, I want a statue too, then.
And that settles that.
Indeed it does.
Seems she won pretty handily.
I like that the Armstrongs are all ready to rock at a moment's notice. It's like, yep, we're out. Yep, we're going to fight. All right, let's fight. And then Alex just gets his ass kicked.
Also, I looked up the number of human bones in the human body, and
209.
You start off with 270, but by the time you're a fully formed adult, some fuse together, so it's 206. So maybe the psychiatrist wasn't fully formed.
He had some
he
gushy
wasn't
arms.
quite there. The 270 hadn't quite turned into 206. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, so I guess he now has 200 and...
Well, I mean, he still
maybe he
has
has 215 after she shattered his arm. If you count up all the
Just
little
shattered
pieces.
into parts. There are now 215 bones in your human body.
That'd be some good shit talking.
Probably.
Lastly, for me, is Furiosa from Mad Max. Pretty much just show that image and then call it a day. But we'll show a clip. This is from the Bullet King coming to track them down and showcasing Furiosa's marksman abilities.
There's high ground just beyond that thing.
He means the tree.
Yeah, tree. Leave him to me.
Say, anyone notice that bright light? Encroaching gunfire?
Get out. All right, I can do this. I know this machine.
He does. He's a rep head.
You've got 2 left.
On it.
Don't breathe.
Whoa, boy!
Gotta use a winch. Run the tree thing.
Take this. Let's get the engine plates.
So pretty much that movie, start to finish, is her being a total badass. But I just like that scene of
she's pretty dope.
Also being skilled in terms of, and in addition to being a badass. Let's check out some of your favorite female badasses, most likely fully from anime.
Yep, fully from anime. Oh, Sarah. Is that our Sarah?
Sarah Hardy.
Sure. Let's say Sarah, Tom's Sarah. I like it. Good choice. Revy, of course. I figured she would pop up. And Asuka, not a surprise. Those are all solid choices, Adult Swim. Heavy anime for Adult Swim. I thought we'd get some jokey jokes and some broader...
I think we've weeded
out the...
After 70 episodes worth.
People stopped caring.
Yeah. People too focused on calling out Metalocalypse in different Facebook posts, which weirdly we don't get a lot of.
No, we don't get as much because it's not. I guess because it's like a sub thing of Adult Swim, so they know Toonami ain't going to be showing Metalocalypse anyway. So maybe it's just.
But I mean, even when it's posted on Adult Swim Facebook,
well, that's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
It's usually a repost.
Disappointed in you, Metalocalypse fans. I thought you were.
Don't invite that.
Come at me.
Let's go to Don't Come at Gil. Gil's a moron. Go to the next Toonami Facebook 5 badass choices. All very solid. Major Kusanagi, I almost picked myself because she's pretty awesome. And of course, Haruko and Helsing, Integra Helsing, and Hilda. All very solid choices.
Nice job.
No quibbles.
All Facebooks.
No quibbles at all. So now let's go to this week's sneak peek, which is a music video by the rapper Cool AD. He used to be in the group Das Racist, and he has been solo for about, 5 years, and he just premiered this really cool animated video, and I saw it online and asked him if he would mind if we aired it, and he said he wouldn't mind at all. So this is...
Said he would, and then...
and then story's done. So this is the video for Prove It, which is his new single. So it's animated, it's wonderful. Check it out.
I was right there, you and me, and I was putting it down on you in the back of your car, baby. On Thanksgiving, you could see the light in the windows of the building. When it was dark outside and I was nice, off the whiskey was looking all pretty when you look at the building. all congregated all together, that's a city. And the lights and the windows and the buildings and the cities all look pretty, but not really as pretty as the woman I was kissing. So I didn't pay attention, cause I knew I wasn't missing a thing. Told me I was missing a ring with your eyes though. You never said it out loud, cause you figured if you said it out loud, then I might go. You didn't really want me out your life, so you let it slide, that's how life goes. Really wasn't ready for a white though, even though I felt sometimes that I needed you for survival. I never liked idols, they always seem so, I don't know, stupid. Yeah, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Rewind, select up, 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 rewind, select up.
And I know I'm being extra, and we keep having the same conversation over and over again. So say the lecture, and I wonder if we did it again. Maybe could do it better. Maybe I should shut my mouth now before this turn into a 4-page letter. Do you remember when I said that I would be good to you, baby? I can do it, I can do it. And you look me in the eye and said, prove it, prove it. I said I'll be good to you, baby. I can do it, I can do it. And you look me in the eye and said, prove it, prove it. I said I'll be good to you, baby. I can do it, I can do it. And you look me in the eye and said, prove it, prove it.
There you go. Unusual. Look cool.
Yeah.
And Gil, I believe you have something for us.
Indeed. It's this week's One Man's Trash for Uncharted 4. I am pointlessly getting the charted crushing difficulty trophy for playing the game on crushing difficulty, which is surprisingly hard.
Right. Really?
Yeah. It's turns out when it's the hardest setting and they call it crushing, they're not
joking.
Screwing around. So let's check it out.
Today's One Man's Trash has us treasure hunting around the globe in Uncharted 4. It's a beautiful game with a really good story, and it does a great job of wrapping up all the Uncharted games. But unlike Uncharted 4, the treasure we're looking for today is pretty much totally worthless, and that's beating the game on crushing difficulty.
Get ready!
If you've played the Uncharted games before, I really think hard is probably the difficulty you should play on. I played it on moderate this time because it's been a while since I played, and it really was too easy.
Oh, wait.
But the second time through, I played it on crushing, and it is really a huge pain in the ass. And the only reward you get for beating it on crushing is a trophy, which makes it perfect for One Man's Trash. On crushing, the enemies do more damage, so you die faster, and there's no indicator of when people see you, so you really don't know when you're walking around whether you're about to get identified. So on moderate or even hard, you can walk through, and even though guys should be able to see you, they really can't. But on crushing, they see you instantly.
We gotta get past these guys!
A lot of the game is the same no matter what difficulty you're on, because the puzzles don't get any harder, the cinemas are obviously the same, and the platforming doesn't get any harder. So it's really battling guys and the shooting mechanism that gets harder on crushing. And really only a few of these fights are hard, but they are really, really hard. And you're going to die a lot on crushing. You can turn on a bunch of different game modifiers if you've already beaten the game, and you still get the trophy for beating crushing on it with these. But if the whole point of smashing your face into the wall is made easier, then what's the point of smashing your face in the wall? A word of advice, you have to play through the final cinema, which we won't show you here so you don't get spoiled, and then exit out of the credits back to the main title screen before you get the trophy. So don't think you haven't gotten it, because poof, there you get the trophy for crushing difficulty, along with any of the other difficulties you haven't passed. You would think you'd at least get another outfit or something for doing crushing difficulty, but nope. You just get the trophy and the satisfaction of a job well done, which is why we're here today on One Man's Trash.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying myself.
If you have something you want to see me suffer through, hit me up at StupidGill and let me know. See ya.
Yay me.
Trashy.
So yeah, it's great. I really love that game. It's no The Last of Us, but it's
pretty dope.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't want to replay the whole game, but I did play a few of the things with
where you
all
put
the
on
goofy stuff unlocked, where people float and the colors are crazy and it's all slow-mo. Can you do that on crushing and still have it be a completion?
You can, but I mean, what's the point? So
it seems like the bullet time would help you.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't. That's why it doesn't count. I mean, it counts, but not for.
Well, that's what I mean.
They allow it, but
it doesn't count for
no self-respecting.
So your gimp suit can't be worn if you do that.
No.
Yeah, you're an absolute lunatic.
Yeah.
And then this week's final thing is our Adult Swim single of the week. Of course, we have 26 weeks of one new free song a week from different artists. And this week's artist is the amazing Dawn, who we had last year and who has done some Adult Swim IDs and really is sort of Adult Swim fam at this point. And so she gave us an amazing new track. So let's sample that. And by the time you hear this, you can get that track at adultswim.com/singles. You can stream it or download it. So check it out. So that's Dawn, an excellent entry into the third week of Adult Swim singles. Come back next week, and we will, of course, talk about next week's Adult Swim single. We got this stuff going all summer, fall, and even into the winter.
Winter's here.
So thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with an all-new episode of Toonami Pre-Flight. I am your co-host, Jason DeMarco.
And I'm Gil Austin. See ya.